Hold on 1 second. Yo, once on, yo, listen. Either I'm gonna be on point, somewhere near the point, but the point of it all is Anthony Hamilton. Remember his song? I love you. Man. You got Anthony Hamilton, he's a boy. I think Anthony Hamilton, he like from New Jersey somewhere. So I just pay attention, like, but I evolved in music like evolution of boys to men. It was boys to men. And they was from Philly. Then it was on 3 album. It was the boy Sean, Wanye, and I forget that other boy. But it was clear that the one who could sing was, Wanye could sing. Then you got, but Wanye was, Wanye was with Brandy, or I don't know, she was like 17, and Wanye, he's supposed to have been like 18. So Wanye and Brandy, they made a perfect couple, but then Kobe Bryant. What's the chick, Kobe Bryant? How old was she? Who he went on this prom with? On their prom with? Yeah, you know, you got a big basketball player and a rising superstar and Brandy. I love Brandy. With Lil Ray J and everything. But I knew some I knew some inside story about, what's going on down there in Jersey, but you know what I mean? I keep telling y'all I worked at AIG life insurance company. In the law department. But if anybody from AIG Life Insurance ever listened to me, I knew how to get in touch with me. Yeah, I knew where they was from. All right, this is not my video. All right, we're gonna start with the fact that Angie Stone made her last video when she told you she was supposed to go to Detroit. But it's night and day talk media. They got look 81,003K subscribers. But look how many people that viewed in 7 hours. Angie Stone, Neil Sewell, Neil Sewell. Fuck is, fuck is that? Neo. Neo. Oh, that Neo. Or you talking about the Matrix, Larry Fishburne? Man, I remember back in 2000, well, early 2000s, I stayed in a little town in Pennsylvania, right outside. It was right outside of right outside of Elkins Park. Yeah. But I always remember every Fed that was trying to send me a message that they on me with the flat tire. Nah, I'm on y'all. fuck y'all messing with me for? Because I'm seeking justice for MO3. The only reason that somebody's testimony is becoming important. I mean, who you be around, who you ear hustling, you know, mind your fucking business, the one that pay you. Before something happens. Now, I don't know who Sister Angie Stone, but she mentions that the devil is messing with her. Now, I don't know who anybody is. I don't know the devil is that he's described in he's described in the Bible. So right now you have all of these birds flying out. They falling out the sky. But the only reason that I would have even heard of it, yeah, you gotta be up all day. There's been one place I've been able to go, and I come in there and to show them what type of man I am. And I go to the brother station or whatever station it is that Shank Rock and what's her name? Miss Parker, Miss Parker. But men know how you had to have gone to jail and missed some time out of your child's life, and something has got to change. I mean, something has got to change. But my elder is the only partner I ever had. And anything, I'm not going to ever put him in harm's way. He know my favorite song, but that's my partner. But he and I have a way that we talk. So I know what he say, the beast or something like that. We gonna, it's the way we talk. And sometimes it ain't good to be on your jizz act. But for some reason, I can't reach my partner, but he'll reach me. We know how to reach y'all. You know, anything happen to me, where to reach, where to reach out to, what happened to them, they gonna know. Everybody gonna know who the last person I was with, who I was beefing with. But I ain't just not funny. Some people have seen a man cry, but y'all knew the meaning of it. I never seen that man cry. Until I seen that man die. So I be asking people, I don't know why I just understand the order of things. So, yeah, yeah, he had a less hunt. He had a less hunt. He had a black less hunt. Yeah, let me be the target. I told you who who look up my name, but anybody know if they try to say my middle name, that's the name of my grandfather. His name is AG. And I hated him for a reason. with our generations, we're not supposed to. I don't know my grandfather ever been in jail, but he did everything he could to keep me out of jail. Even beat my ass. He couldn't beat me. He couldn't beat me. He had to bring my uncle Charles, and he was a former policeman. But you know, the son is gonna be really getting at their dad, or when somebody a real father. But you know what a dirty bed is, like the, the marital the marital bed is. Nobody gonna explain, try to give me no excuse that it what black and white. Like what is it say right? It say it right there. The only time y'all know what it means to be one world government, one world economic system, and one world religion. And so you either on the side of right or the side of wrong. But you ain't never hear me say, never have you heard me say anything against what I know I read and what chapter I read it of the Bible. I read it right there because I highlighted. But my old head, that's how he taught me the scriptures. He highlight certain things, so we got certain beliefs in common. But we from the same, we from the same faith, and we both was Marines. So he the only one that I might tell something that I did, but he know that what I told him, that's between me and God. He knows that. So he don't get in the middle. He don't get in the middle of nothing. And he don't say nothing wrong about whoever her is. But we we read the same books, and like we read the same books as something like Amazing Facts or something like that. But I know when I was saying that somebody was, I have a friend That's closer than a brother. I would never say his name on here unless he was already on here. And but he don't never ask me for nothing. Nothing, Nathaniel. Now, this is Angie Stone's last video. And I said, and when I heard that, I said, justice for MO3. Case update. I was done. But when, but then Angie Stone died. I said, plus MO3 sector annual report. What the fuck? Who's supposed to pass that off to me? Yeah, I determined what the annual MO3 sector annual report is going to say. And I don't give a fuck who in MO3 is in the MO3 sector. But just before I came live, I made sure I took a picture of everybody. I saw y'all rushing out the joint. Took pictures of all y'all plates. Yeah, I work fast. Beat Master 100, I told you from Harrisburg. My homie. But nah, I don't look like Bob. I know man Bob. I don't know Bob Big Master. I don't know him, but he come on and say, "What's up, fam?" 100. So every time I think about that, I think about change that money or you've been 100. We agree 100. He agreed 100. What I'm saying. If he don't, he should be man enough to come up and say something against me. Hit the link. The only man that continues to harass me. He want me to get him. So I'm gonna get him. No, because I know how to draw. That was one of my first drawings was Bart Simpson. So that I know, like, I know you keep drawing like the eyes over and over again, and then you put that head. The easiest drawing to me is Bart Simpson. Bart Simpson. So just keep looking at what people name, what people name. You should be respecting people name. You don't know the blood, they blood. You don't talk crazy about the dead. None of that. Or wish that somebody was dead. And we all know what a vigilante is. That's not a fucking word that we made up. And I want that's good for how that thing going. Let's get it. I mean, make sure this joint uploaded before I put Andy Stone on. Y'all seen 100-something thousand seen Andy Stone thing. So I don't really have to go in this. That's all they was talking about was her death today. But when I heard it, it broke my heart. So I just went and said, shoot, if something happened to Andy Stone. And then the first thing that came up said she was 63 or something like that. She literally was 63. 63. 63. AG. I'm taking pictures of the game that I'm playing and watching who's around me. Everything. But y'all know me from the very beginning that anyone put a song out, that's my favorite song. I don't know why he told. I don't know who the fuck he talking about, but he had a great sweatsuit on. But I don't know the boy name. None of that. Just I get it. Because I seen them two niggas right there. Yo, the nigga, yo, you tell me a little bit too much on this joint, on the joint they was on. Yeah, not that squad, not the breakfast. The breakfast? Come on. Angie Martinez. Yeah, y'all remember the breakfast squad? It's just Breakfast Squad, you remember? It's two of them. No, no, it's the Breakfast Club. But remember the Breakfast Squad? You know that. I don't, listen, if, let me just say a few things. Where I'm at, about the 35-minute mark. I'm going to do what a lady named Miss White. Miss White. Her name Ellen G. White. Yeah. She wrote a whole bunch of books. And she said, if I ever read a book and it was against the word of God, yeah, you had to question, is it the word of God or the word of Satan? That's how I live my life. So if you can't basically read, "Thou shalt not kill," and I ain't never tell you kill anybody or anything, what crime did I do to you to make you want to kill me? Because the only thing that you could ever take serious is we don't play with kids. Ain't nobody playing like, yo, bro, you're not gonna come on here and say, yo, I'm gonna do this to your kid, fuck your mom and all of that shit. Like, nigga, yeah, you running from me. I'm not running from you. I'm stationary where I feel safe and where you feel safe. You keep talking about you the fucking cops and shit like that until I put you in fucking touch with a CIA agent. Y'all fucked up, not me. Yeah, so I watched the film and everything. And the shoes. It was white and black Jordans. And I noticed how long you spent in my truck with tinted windows. And I looked at every fucking car that got broken into. But I wouldn't give a fuck. What you take, what papers you took, anything. You ain't get me. You know why? You don't want my credit. You didn't get my life. Upload that shit to a cloud and then download it. Yeah, to like a microchip, something like that. It's called an SD card. but I always show it. So I gave everybody the opportunity to watch my videos. And they kept playing with the numbers. But I pay attention to numbers. I don't know how. Look, I ain't no genius. But one thing I am. I understood when, like I said, when I was, if you don't remember, I said, yeah. You can't read the Holy Scriptures and recognize right from right, wrong from wrong, and then be willing. Whatever comes to you, that's what comes to you. And you humble yourself and become a better person. But ain't nobody gonna do nothing to me. Just stay. Yeah. Because they bingo, somebody say target. Understand what he mean? Because someone might have just said it just the right way the woman said it. And, you know, when I said in realm, you should have went and got the Black's Law Dictionary because somebody did go get the Black's Law Dictionary and looked up what in realm and persona mean. So it was a federal prosecutor in Philadelphia who just thought I was Al Capone. And I remember my lawyer at the time was like, shh, be quiet, let her speak. Yeah, that's the type of word I mean, when to be quiet and when to speak. And so did my lawyers, because I will never let no lawyers speak for me in no civil court, because don't no lawyer do more work than I do. Yeah, I literally wait for the judge to sign certain paper and read it when it first comes off. Yes, the pathonetaries, the pathonetaries, the pathonetaries. So forget the pathonetary in Pennsylvania, but I document everything all the way down to emails. And I know when a lawyer lies to a judge and says that person had access to something, and I find that's a lie. Everything lost in the fire. I don't know, sing, dance, nothing. But I signed with the government of the United States, like in 90, 91, something like that. So how the fuck I won't know the government card or government actions? I know about my first one. So I started when y'all was saying that the feds was on here on YouTube, put up my ID. I ain't showing my ID. I know my family, how strong we are, how much love we have for one another. No matter what, and they know I have love for them. If they keep sending black men to be the devil, what does he look like? What did what does the Bible say the devil look like? It said he was the most beautifulest angel. And we say about our kids, we say about our kids, it's the most beautifulest baby. We care about that baby. I don't care. Two flying freaking whatever. You teach your kids right from wrong, but it's a certain age. I don't care what anybody else. I don't care what my people did back in the day. None of that. I care about the generation I grew up in, yeah, certain shit wasn't acceptable. You know what I'm saying? On that shit that a lot of you know be saying. But I'll tell you this. Get it. See how fast I am or how slow I am. So I went to the MO3 case. I didn't want to get into everything, but let's just look. Document 187, file 02 27 25, page 1 of 16. Is everybody seeing that? This is the public record. I ain't writing no book over here. Don't nobody be asking me no questions or anything like that because I don't even know. I don't know who Melvin Abdul know but what. I like his music. And no man can stop the next man. I'm, and no man would ever, no man, unless you from somewhere else, tell another man, yo, this is what I want to do to you. But you keep telling this woman that you want to have sex with me. Now, it's funny. This woman, I'm not going to say her name. I told you, if more motherfucking three himself survived, or could have survived, shout out to my cousin H. He always want to know when I go live. That's my cousin H. But only on the last live I said MO3 case the end. I don't know. I said Dutton. And then somebody started fighting back. But in fighting back, sometimes you just gotta know when to. You got to know when to hold, know when to walk away. But that's Kenny Rogers. I like all music, but if I show you scripture, I'm showing you scripture. If I say thank you, I say thank you for whatever you've done for me. I don't know what happened. All I know is the family, the family. And as far as I know, everybody in the Noble family could sing. Everybody in the Noble family could sing, but nobody means something good. You know, I had two daughters. Who don't know that? but I know my daughters. So I show them everything where I'm at, and I make them show me everything. I know where they at. They know. Both of my daughters know how much it crushed me to be away from them, and how much it crushes me to be away from them now because my daughter has been an anchor and I'm the eagle. My daughter wanted my daughter wanted to be like AI, and she used to wear her hair back, and I used to get mad at her. And she thought that she knew, I knew then. I knew then. I mean, shoot. My insurance paid the covered a few people. In fact, covered them all because although I was angry, understand really. My mom had 5 kids. And do you think it took a rocket scientist for me to know that I had a sister? She was adopted for some reason. Like she was adopted. Like I know how old my mom was, and she'll never tell me. But she know when I was getting into trouble and to send me away. What was the story of Cain and Abel? What made this so? What happened in this case? I said it. I recorded, and I can laugh at it to keep from crying, but I can't. But notice the numbers. That people know when to separate themselves from certain people, but the law is the law. All right. I'm showing you this, even though this is a copyright case. If Satan can sing, he can sing. But there was an angelic choir, and Satan, the one that fell. You know, I might know of some things that happen in the sky and all of that, but you know, some men come out and put their stuff out on wax. Yeah, they put it, they come out and say, "Yeah, I'm about." Yeah, but the John coming up there talking about prophecy films, yeah, prophecy films. When I saw Miss Nicole cry, she heard, and of all times, like it's almost like she knew it was coming sometimes because the son could tell it was coming. But he said, somebody kept the promise. He never was going to tell his mom. He kept his promise. I heard the other day, I heard Miss Nicole, I couldn't see who was playing in the background. And I, she just, a cappella, she just sung, lift every voice and sang till earth and heaven rang. And I just said, absolutely angelic. I don't know Miss Nicole. And I don't know what Miss Nicole knows or whatever. But I know grandma Karen, that's the only thing I know about my grandma. She cared about the generation, but I told y'all she whispered it into my ear. And she was telling me about some man of ours down in Georgia. Yeah, and I just went on Google. I just went on Google Earth and I looked at all that land that my family owned and the government owned all that land right around it in the tree. But the one thing I know that the 10th is supposed to go towards the man that has any ministry. I mean, even the man knows how to mix certain things, natural things, and know how to heal the body. You know who I run away from? Myself. I'm running away from myself. God sends down his angels a certain way, and it's one guy, and I don't know what that guy is really about, but I don't think he want to see nobody get hurt, or he tired of seeing people get hurt. So he sent his warning out. Or, man, that's, he sent it out a certain way. So I waited till after the Sabbath was over. Yeah, everybody saying happy Saturday. Saturday, I don't know who Sad is and all that. I don't know who all that is. Today was the Sabbath, the day of rest. But it's legal. It's legal to hunt in Philly. It's legal to hunt in Philly. It's legal to hunt. They pay people to hunt and shoot the deer. Nigga, you touching the kid, you saying you hate Jesus. I hope you step in one in front of them bullets. Yeah. My shot past me and hit a rabbit. Right past my ear, it hit a rabbit. But it hit the rabbit in the air and it killed the rabbit. It hit the rabbit in the air. But I don't eat rabbit. I know how to shoot. I know how to drive. My mom said, I stole Mr. J car. But Mr. J know why I did. Mr. J know. Of all men. What time a young boy start fucking, your son lied against me. I was going to fuck, did not mean fuck my night up forever. I ain't even get the tit no. But I asked, that's the only question I ever wanted to ask my mom. Why you send me to Georgia? To live with my auntie. I remember. I got, before, right before I got locked up, it was like 3 grand. Yo, I'm trying to run a business. You work every day at Bank of America. He was so proud of Bank of America. And yeah, you do what they were doing. I thought I was a badass. I'm not a badass. I'm not a smart ass. I'm a wise ass. This black and white is public record that the United States they don't listen. The United States don't never throw the records away. And after they finish with you, they publish them. Now, I ain't into all that. Uh, I'm not stupid about um, or ignorant about what's really going on. But didn't the state of Dallas and the text and the state of Dallas, and didn't they kill a president down there? Allegedly, they called it the Zapruder. It was a hit squad down that joint. Was that a movie? Yeah, let's go look at the years that it was said Kennedy died in 63, November. I don't know why they done told us because he printed up money that had his face on it. Now, you might not understand what I'm saying. I understand what I'm saying. How do you move money money, what they call it, money laundering. So I don't know nothing. I know this right here that is no way possible. Y'all brought in a lawyer with a Gmail account. So everybody on this whole job got Gmail accounts through YouTube. I mean through Google, but Google, the company that owns Google, is called ABC. ABC, easiest 1, 2, 3, do re mi. 1, 2, 3, baby, you and me, yeah. So this whole time, when I've been telling y'all what's been going on, I went and looked up. I don't care what Ratchet TV told y'all. I don't care what this black and white say. I'm saying to the mother, Miss Nicole carried that boy for 9 months. His father was around. But that man was grown. But I said I respect him because he left us a message. The, you take it the way you want. You can want to shift your ass and do yo. But y'all always heard somebody say at the beginning of the song, they was like, yo, with MO3, everybody already know the words. You can look all the way down into history. If a motherfucker could say, y'all remember Leon? Leon could say, and they always showed the girl like she was like she was melting, and it made her wet. Sure, you this grown folk talk so here. I think I got it on whatever, but I'm never gonna say, yo, 18. Why you want me to restrict it to 18? You don't never say we gotta hear, yo. They can talk about kids getting raped and all of this stuff. Ain't nobody touching their chin, like nah. Why I seem like everywhere we try to tell the truth. Yo, you can look at it. Listen, I don't give a fuck how many people listen. I I don't care. I could watch an episode of Power, and I just watched that episode of Power, so I sent it to my girls first, and my girls know how I feel. They know to respond. or one will like it. Baby girl, but she learning. Now, her mom could teach her one thing. I could teach her another. See, the worst mistake that I ever did was I didn't want to accept what the what God punished the lady, the woman for. But I always thought I was like I had to accept that the woman you left the side of Adam. Adam may say God will do that, not from the Bible. So I don't care about none of that nobody talk, but any woman that's trying to talk the woman back into, you know, supporting not just her man, because she's when she's supporting her man, that ain't nobody business. She might share certain things to strengthen other women. I just look and just say, like, you trying to send me something because yo, somebody showed themselves to be real yesterday. And if it is a concerted effort, then I'm with that concerted effort because I paid that forward. I sent it back and then went and supported everybody. That woman let me say what I had to say on her channel, and she verbatim. I told her, I read the scriptures you put out. The one thing we have to say is that people wake up at different times. But the Bible said, last shall be first. I'm just like King Solomon. He's the one that actually really said, like, the prophet Micah was a minor prophet, and then there was Michael, the archangel. So Micah, the minor prophet, he said the minor prophet He said, listen, Christ of all people, yeah, he basically counted until it's not to be wasteful. And he said, render unto Caesar what is Caesar's. Well, what is Caesar's? What did Caesar do? He created. He was one of the leaders of Rome. And if you really read the story of Rome, and all these holidays and all of that, they was put in by Caesar. He was some type of Caesar. He was some type of leader of Rome. I don't go fuck. What do you care? the, he could have been the mob leader. If y'all really read it, it was a black man. It was a woman. Yeah. They was all popes. Man, yeah. Men been traveling. What's up? I told y'all, and I just have to say it. Prostitution is the oldest profession in the book of the Bible. So I ain't trying to erase the Bible, so I don't care about prostitution. But that don't mean I'm trying to be in business. But I am trying to be in business of always being able to generate capital. But I ain't a comedian, none of that. But I'm telling you, they took me to South Carolina. I don't know what they was trying to do. I showed y'all the names of I showed y'all the pictures of all the people that I saw down there. And I told you, yeah, whatever that shit was that Alexis Ware was trying to saying that it happened to Alexis Ware. I don't know if it happened. But let me tell you this. I'm a father. I'm not asking another father where my daughter at. No, someone brought my daughter to that person. So I watch the people. Yeah, I show you pictures, but I ain't trying to show you X-ray, and I show you the John, the burgundy John that came right out, and she gave us the tickets that my daughter said she trusting that this person, but this person always has somebody like, yeah, you from the street. Well, my daughter, I didn't raise my daughter to go to school. Let me tell, I don't care if you white, I don't care what status you is or whatever. I don't know how everybody else got their money, but I did what I saw y'all doing. I just documented. So why wouldn't listen? My old head. He told me one time, like, yo, I don't trust women. They never did. Because who told who told Eve? I mean, who told Adam what the snake said? Eve did, but she left the side of Adam and went to eat other fruit. Yeah, she wasn't faithful because it's, I believe it's in, I think, let me just make sure. I want to see one thing I could never do on here. I tell you about paraphrasing because I don't ever want to misquote the Bible. I don't care about no fucking lawyers. I don't care about no preachers. I don't care who none of y'all is on here. Y'all know what the Bible say. Some of you went to school, y'all called theologians. I told him my grandfather was a Baptist minister, but it was the Southern Baptist that was telling everybody that you're supposed to worship on the Sabbath. I believe that was in like 1844. It was called the Great Awakening. Yeah, everybody thought Jesus was coming in 1844, and that's how you had all those splits in Christianity. But Miss White said, no, go back and read Revelation. And it said the two witnesses were supposed to testify again. Yeah, they got a second chance to testify. All right. If you know numbers, you know that it was in France that they got rid of the Bible. Got rid of it at a certain time, so everybody want to go to France. But don't everybody go. All the niggas that be on the front. What y'all find out when y'all go over there? You gotta go back to the original 10 tribes. I mean, what do Revelation say? How many horns did did the beast have? And then it said three of them fell. Now, I don't want to preach and everything, but I could give you just a little bit of history lesson, and then you can just go look it up for yourself. Like, I ain't trying to preach because I don't play church, but I am a human being. So, so one thing that the MO3 sector, I don't know how many of it was, it was mad channels. I only caught it because I followed one person, and I noticed that that one person, she, she didn't follow them. I said, yo, why all of them men following you? Yeah, all of them channels, yo, it was all of the channels. And then I noticed what her last name was. And in her poorness, I don't know like what it is, but in her poorness, if she poor, she was willing to give the last of her importance just because she said that she believed that I was right, even if she saw it later on. She at least was trying to show in some way, just like the lady in um it's Matthews. But let me go down and read this junk right here because we already been on for people ain't gonna listen for no 2 hours. But it said Paul actually, yo, they said he used to preach all day. Like one day somebody fell out the window, but they was preaching all day. Now, those was back in those times, but our bodies have become, and they was living longer, but our bodies have become deteriorated. So, yeah, God gets his word through. The word says God works. He works. You gotta pay attention. God works in mysterious ways. His wonders to perform. So you trying to tell me, yeah, pearly gates. That's all y'all talk about is going to the pearly gates. So you saying the state of Melvin Noble. Hold up, let me finish. Go ahead now. This says plaintiff. Look, but I was going through the joint and I'm kind of laughing as of what's going on because I say, why keep taking a new lawyer to come in, and right after the lawyer come in and keep trying to change? Look, and you trying to tell them what they already know. Yeah, you telling them, you the lawyer, you keep pointing out the dates, but y'all got it marked. So the Bible say, in the mouth of or three, two or three witnesses, let every word be established. And then somebody's like, nah, that we need 12. All right. So the only time they could change it is in civil court. Yo, y'all could change the civil court, but you can't change that God been warned us about doctors and all of that. They said they was the doctors of the law. The lawyers. Congress, yo, I don't care. Yo, like, listen, mostly everybody in the House and in the Congress, they lawyers. Then they came up to it, motherfuckers had to go to school for that shit like that. But like, yo, if you can read the Bible and understand it, all I told you is if you can interpret Daniel, you'll notice that Daniel interprets Revelation because Daniel, he lived like 600 years before John. John had to look back to Daniel and understand, yo, when he was talking about the creatures, they were they were like monsters to him. Those was the kingdoms of the earth. Yeah. But the feet, he said they was made of certain color. Yeah, the feet. And said that they was the clay and they would not be able, they wouldn't be able to be together. Yo, if the reason why, I mean, a woman is naturally supposed to be beautiful from the way God created her. But I'm just saying, I don't like my daughters wearing makeup. Yeah, we wear those short skirts, but after a certain age, I can't do nothing but make sure she's happy here on earth. But I trust God to do what He said He gonna do. But the road to hell is paved with good intentions, and I got a good intention. But you know, it's actually funnier just to let you see everywhere. I'll be catching you nut ass. I know when to go buy and sell, but you ain't putting not yo, you ain't shooting me with nothing, you ain't knocking me out. I know it, yeah, I know how to move around, but I know how to be still and know that God is speaking to me. Because like I said, and like Andy Stone said, something told her when she was getting sick. She said that she needed to listen and go look at that music. She used to uplift black men in Detroit, who she said I want to thank the brother, I think his name Raheem Devine. I think that's what she said. But anyway, just look at this right here. Now, mind you, she just did this based on royalties. She just made her last live because she was talking about royalties. So I was reading this document, which I wasn't going to read, but let me see if I got this correct. So in Genesis, in the beginning, because that's what Genesis stands for, the beginning. Let me stop this for a second. Because this ain't, no, let's finish go. Let's finish go. Ain't even going to hit it right. Defendants tried to blame the estate for their delay, claiming the estate's failure to provide an accounting of revenues related to the sound recordings and its improper designation critical contracts as attorney's eyes only. Shout out to Renee. Shout out to Renee today. I thought it was Renee. Renee was the angel. Was she an angel assigned to me? Now, y'all heard, I told you, I don't have to be in your presence. I just had to not want to be in your presence. So, yo, I do not ball clap no niggas. I'm not on here saying this person is that. I usually applaud the women that stand up because they was dealt the cards, whatever they was dealt in life, and you know what I mean. One of my favorite movies was The Town, but The Town has two versions of it. It's the long version, the short version. But at the end of the day, yeah, the boy got away and he lived down in Florida and was eating oranges. He said his he said his auntie, he was trying to get down to where his auntie told him she had land and he wanted to make it down there to get, you know, so he could just eat her, but he didn't care. There was no woman there. He wanted to stay up there and turn into salt. I'm going. And that's what Lot did. God told Lot and only just a few people, you can't look to the past. Don't turn around just like he always been telling us. Even in the story of Moses, he told them, walk through the sea, I'll part the waters. But Moses and the people was always crying like, oh, well, how are we going to get through there? And God rejected that prayer because he said, I already told you, move forward. So I don't never let nobody try to hold me back. But I sure try to get a lot of information from people to know who the hell they are. But I'm going to try to cover you. So I'm trying to cover everything and see where I know you from. Just because I want to know that this angel. And I went to people that just would tell me right. And I had to tell them, thank you. And they may not have even told me that many things. They might have showed me somebody showed me, I ain't going to tell you, but a woman involved in this case showed me a hug, like just giving somebody a hug. And then she told me something I haven't heard in a long time. God bless you. Not God bless you because I'm sneezing. I'm sneezing because I'm just there. I got allergies or something. Not that God bless you. No. God bless you. And when she sang a song, I sent her a song from Kurt Franklin and I asked her to hide me. And I remember this young lady, whatever she's feeling, that's involved in this case, because I'm going to call her young. I hope the world gets to see this case, but they don't take the world to see this case. It don't even take a few people to see this case. No. Yeah. The attorney, okay. Though it is unclear, look, though it is unclear what evidence the estate produced that forms the basis for defendant's motion. You don't look, though it is unclear what evidence the estate produced that forms the basis for defendant's motions. And then look what they come right out and say. The fact is the defendants know the facts underlying the allegedly newfound claims. text messages between who? Rainwater and Bowling from 2021, 21, 22. Email from counsel for the defendants. Established that the defendants have been aware of at least some of their potential but unsubstantiated futile claims for at least 2 and what? 2.5 years. So let's just say they did. Instead of bringing those claims on time, defendants waited until the eve of mediation and less than 2 months before trial to seek leave to do so. Wait a minute. But listen, defendants have offered a reasonable excuse. Defendants have not offered a reasonable excuse for their continual delay. It appears that motion for leave is their tactic, is their latest tactic to avoid trial with no regard for related prejudice to the estate. Now, let me stop it right there. If you are the estate, right? What prejudice of the estate? What prejudice would an estate what prejudice would the estate of Melvin Noble, what prejudice would they got EIN? Does the estate have an EIN? No, they have a dead relative that left something. Just like Christ said we was going to have matches and all of that, but he's been very, very, very patient, waiting, for y'all to get it together right here. Because the nobles, they not even the estate. How you get the estate from them? Yeah, you paid them off. So you paid them off. But so how you going to serve? How you going to have any prejudice? How many black people dying over royalties? How many fucking singers you know that own their masters and they get in their royalties? The last one, Angie Stone, she just died and she just made her last video talking about royalties, and that's what copyright is always about. It's the royalties. Now, if you know the Bible, I always tell you, I'm like the Jews. No, I'm like, Christ never want a king for but him. He jealous. So he never wanted a king for his church except him. He said, I'm a jealous God. So the first 4 commandments that he wrote with his finger was telling you how to worship him. But the last 6, he said, yeah, that's how you supposed to love your neighbor. So the story of Moses is when he came down and the Jews, they was dancing with gold and all of that. He broke both the tablets. Like, he broke the tablets. So did God write them down again? How many times you seen God write anything with his finger? It was the 10 commandments. And it was every sin that those people that was trying to condemn a woman that cheated on her husband and was selling, evidently selling. He said they wanted to throw rocks at her. Christ said, ye that is without sin, cast the first stone. So I don't judge people. He said all of them filed right back out as he bitched. He didn't care who was behind them. Them people was trying to get anything they could do. All he did was he cared about the one lady. But he said when he come back again, yeah, ain't gonna be like that. He said when I come back, and I'm just trying to give it to you one way. The Jews don't gotta listen. Nobody don't gotta listen. The defendants do not address when the ball was trying to, when he was whooping Christ, when they was whooping him. What they say he said? You say I'm that. So I let people say what I'm, and then I show them what they are. Because there's no way that the woman that was in room 220, I never told you that she was a, transvestite. I told you, I think I almost hurt that young lady, and I heard what happened to her father. So I only can bond with her in that I didn't have that certain thing, but she might have had problems, but she recognized who I was. She said she knew my voice or something. And at that moment, what she said out her mouth made me want to stab her. Like, who you talking to? But that young lady was into whatever she was into. And when she came in and she didn't want to play the tape, she had what happened to whatever between her and Ratchet. But I told y'all, she called my Jack first and told me what she did to him. And she said it twice. So the third time when I go up there, when he asked for help, I went up there to help that young man, and I didn't know what to expect. I ain't even had no guns. I had a machete. No, at that time I only had my 2 little knives. But I knew to cover that goddamn Yeah, I looked up and then I saw the camera. So I put my jaws down. So they only see my face. Ratchet better not have told him my man coming up here with some knives, because I ain't tell her that you had a gun, and I ain't tell her that you ain't had no bullets. I ain't even know, sis. But she took your gun. She took your um, manhood, if that was the first time. Because she called me and told me, and you said, don't believe her. But the first thing you did the next morning, because Mr. Petty actually came and grabbed me and told me he was the only one of us that was down there that could possibly have been legally armed down there or illegally armed down there. But Mr. Petty, yeah, he stopped me. Mr. Petty was trying to lead me on a way, down a way, and help me get to a place to get the story out. But Mr. Petty was in something that I'm not in, no gang. But I could tell you this. But Mr. Petty wasn't dumb. By no means. So me and Mr. Petty had our way of thinking, but I'm quite sure Mr. Petty don't want it. If he do crime or anything, he wouldn't want that over there. Oh, so who would put out that Mr. Petty? Nigga, ain't nobody ever held a gun to my head, and told me to get on fellatio. Never. And ain't nobody ever, 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 ever. Better not try that. You wouldn't even pour those goods on me. You either, if I tell you, and I told God, and I told a woman, and showed her I was willing to give her everything. And I would give up everything. And that's even my prejudices. And something that my grandma would never go see no psychiatrist. But I ain't, the way the court is nowadays, like, a woman can go and make you see a psychiatrist so so you can see your kids. So I can't understand, you know, that if the who gave a woman that much power and what type of judge would allow it. And What type of judge would not give this man? I told y'all, just look. The case. I'm just trying to tell you, 423 civil 00716. So this judge is being very patient, and he's not allowing a lot of things. Now, this is the plaintiff's joint that was filed on the 27th. Look what happened on the 28th. Hold on, let me bring up the 28th. No, let me, sorry. This is this is 185. So this is 225. It said defendants omnibus motion in Lamont. He filed his by theirs. But he says specific motions in Lamont. He made this joint very short. This joint is like the 13 pages. Statements of law, references to the motions in Lamont or prior rulings, attorney fees. Look, he breaking this down into, like, if I were reading this and I was a judge, and I'm not, but the defendants request that the court enter an order instructing a state and plaintiff's counsel not to mention, refer to, interrogate about, or attempt to convey to the jury in any manner, either directly or indirect, any statements, arguments related in any way to the probable testimony of any witness or potential witness who is unavailable to testify, or whom the party suggesting such testimony does not, in good faith, expect to testify in trial. If the continuing party is expected to testify by deposition, this provision does not apply to the testimony. Listen, all of these is basic, look, character evidence of the defendants or its agents. Meaning, man, what I did in the past ain't got nothing to do with what I'm writing right here, because y'all been doing this for years. Look, and number 11 is character evidence of pearly gates. Number 11. So number 15, most of all says claims that MO3 paid money to Ray Boland. The defendant requests that the court enter an order instructing the estate, whoever is representing the estate, because the only two people they say that is representing the estate is, or the three people is, well, in the eyes of the law, there are 4 people or 7 people, I don't know. You have the 3 baby moms, Brandon Rainwater, somebody named White, Empire, and some publishing company, some other publishing company. Those are the people that they said that after Rainwater testified, see, you gotta get shit on the record. You don't want to hear no motherfucking rumors. When Rainwater testified, they had to cover some of that shit up. They only let us hear that, and Pearl, whoever the fuck Pearly Gates is, yo, y'all can't bring in no evidence if the court grant that about Pearly Gates. So y'all go down here, give a factual background, and they say right here, $35, $66. This is even encoded in 66. A declaratory judgment against the estate. 3 6s right there. Civil conspiracy against Rainwater, White, Wixon, Empire. Torturous interference with prospective business relationships against, look, torturous interference with prospective future business relationships against Rainwater and White. Unjust enrichment against Rainwater, White, Wixon, and Empire. Negligent representation against Rainwater and White. See, this is how a company separates themselves. Conversion against Wixon and Empire, copyright infringement against Wixon and Empire, and proposed amended counterclaim. Defendant Gates, for the first time, seeks to bring counterclaims. Gates seeks to add new claims against the following parties: intentional infliction of emotional distress against the estate. Let's listen. Gates waited and said intentional infliction of emotional distress against the estate. I told y'all that the estate, they all family. Y'all wasn't. They was family on both sides, no matter how that happened. Okay, let's finish reading. Defamation against the estate, White and Rainwater. Malicious prosecution against the estate, White and Rainwater. So, so this was filed on the 25th. This was filed on the 27th. This filed on the 25th. Now, this is 58 pages. And the great Supreme Court Justice Justice Scalia wrote a book, is how to persuade judges. And he said, just break it down. They don't got time to read no fucking 58 pages of shit. They got shit to do and everything. Break that shit down as simple as possible. And there's nothing more that you can break down simple when this joker got to write 58 pages. I'm just giving you this is the facts. This is the facts that's being laid out very plainly to tell you exactly what this court, who messed up and put March is that's this the day is only March the 2nd, and somebody messed up the date and said that this cause came before the court. That's um February 2025, but it says March of 2025, and this is with the court. I mean, this is 29 pages. Plus 25% royalty interest in all of the recordings. Back royalties to be paid retroactively from all sales, downloads, streaming platforms, etc., and 78 previously released recordings and credits, production, engineering, co-writers, recognition in press releases, and co-writers credit. Whether Mbala's outreach to Empire was the first time Boland had suggested to the estate or Empire that he was the co-writer of the compositions. We know that that is objectively, that would be objectionably false, because why would rainwater come and get them? Whether each of the music compositions were created before Noble stepped foot into Boland Studio to the recording studio. I don't know. Whether on September 23rd, 2022, Empire's in-house counsel, Mike Galakas, requested a list of unreleased recordings in Boland's possession. 2 years, on the 23rd of September. Whether Mumbala responded to Galagos on what? A total of almost 1 million plus back and future royalties. Whether Empire has not reached any agreement in response to Boland's proposal, whether Boland began seeking other avenues of opportunity because Empire would not entertain his proposal, whether around the time the lawsuit was filed, Boland and his business manager, defendant Pearly Gate, contacted Jasmine Moore, the mother of Noble's children, attempting to gain Moore's assistance and independently exploiting unreleased recordings. So that's what I want to say when I get to there. Who the fuck can tell the next man how to earn what he owns? If y'all didn't wasn't trying to come down. If you can't get a deal together, I'm gonna go wherever the fuck I need to go to get that change rate, and I'm gonna get anybody on my side, you know, to help me get to where I'm going. Even if they did this, this is this isn't a crime because he charged y'all with civil conspiracy. And that stops everything. And that's why they cannot play. They will not show us what Rainwater testified on the 3rd. Yeah. The 2nd month, the 3rd day. And or on the 2nd month, the 12th day. Mm-hmm. I mean, even if I looked at the days that you testified, it comes out to 2-3. Everything comes out to 3, 2-3, 3-2. But Pearly Gates is the one that made all of the arguments. I don't know. For the estate. That's what you call an advocate, a manager, or whatever they're trying to say. And whether Gates made it clear to Moore that if she signed the document, then she and her son would not have to share the proceeds with Noble's other 2 children, their mothers, or anyone else with claims in Mr. Noble's estate. So So it says right here in 96, whether shortly after Moore indicated she would not agree to Gates' proposal, he left. Whether the vocal tracks are unfinished, meaning that they have not been professionally mixed, produced, and mastered, and are therefore not suitable for commercial release. And that's how you entrap someone. What authority does a baby mom have over anything that the mother, they don't make provisions that says the baby mom This would not have been legal anyway, in any type of way. It would be unenforceable. The only thing that matters is right here. You see this? This right here, if it was not intended to be a cappella, if it wasn't intended to be a cappella, and he went to his cousin to make those vocals, he made them when he did his vocals. He do vocals over music, and those was his cousins. He always said his cousin. He said a cousin or my man, my partner, whatever. That looked like he was not trying. He wasn't trying to be there and have music to his with his song. So Bolin was unaware Among the powers granted to White was the power to carry on the operations of Noble's business, to take possession of all personal business property, and to identify, collect, and preserve all decadence intellectual property. Meaning, intellectual property is intellectual property. His personal property, his business property, and to identify, collect, and preserve all of decadence intellectual property, meaning to grab his music, that which is untouchable. After Noble's death, his family attempted to facilitate White's recovery of Boland's sound recordings, absolute without a proper business solution. In February 2020, Boland confirmed that he had possession of the sound recordings. Neither Boland nor Gates had been served by the estate and had no knowledge of probate court. That's number one. You have to be served. Boland assured the estate the sound recordings are safe, and once a business agreement was reached, the estate and him can discuss possession. Possession. 9/10 of the law is possession. Listen, you want to know? $166. These are the facts that they came up with on 225. They agreed, the attorneys agreed to come up with these facts, and you put the wrong date, or unless they're saying they're going to put this before the judge when March 27th, 2025, because that may be the next time that they see a judge from this date. And then there's this order that they want filed on the 25th also. And I must say, don't look good for the home team. Yep, unreleased. Who? from Ray Jean Bowen and everybody else that's with Gerald A. Davis at 1910 Pacific Avenue, defendant Pearlie Gates, Nicole Noble, Melvin Noble Sr., Jeremy Edwards, Diane Gardner. All of these people have discoverable evidence agreeing and this boy put himself on the wrong side of history. You're gonna pay for it. That's why when you came over here talking about my brother, man, fuck you. You ain't my brother. I don't even know you. I could see the devil in you. So you want to play theme time? What time? What time you want to play on, bro? I play on all them. I play on all courts. I even give him credit where credit is due. And I don't know behind the scenes, but I know as far as anything, except for maybe 2 times that what's name came out her mouth and said something crazy to me. When I said something certain to her, she made sure she put it right in the chat. But she was sure, that I should let certain things go. So no, I didn't even get a fucking apology. So these people be in motion pictures. He got motion pictures going on. How y'all doing that, John? Do AI? But forget this for now. To go. This is like a. This is like a script. And it don't take a whole bunch of people to be involved. It don't take a whole bunch of fucking people to be in your chat. Don't take a whole bunch of people to figure out Brandon Rainwater did what he did. You see where he at. Where he at. Look what side he on. But I showed you that Finkley was his lawyer and he formed Legendary Records for Brandon Rainwater and P.O. Box. Yeah, it's nothing worse than crooked fucking lawyers. It's nothing worse. Because you're the same people that Jesus was when he was preaching to the people. Y'all was trying to get him killed. I'm gonna play. I just want to play Angie Stone again.
Just on the celebrity that I let a lot of important things slip through the cracks only because I didn't know any better. I worked very hard to take care of my kids as a single mother, and I'm being
As a single mother, Angie Stone's shocking last video before death. She was 63. Who she was with?
and things that of that nature, only to find out a lot. Excuse me, God. A lot of my publishing, a lot of my royalties, my mechanicals, they have all pretty much been stolen. Uh, as I begin to find out things that I never had to look into, because when you hire a team of people that, to some degree, supposed to have your back, you're thinking that they're getting it all together for you. That's why, you know.
And not to say anything against women. Not to say anything against color of just women in general. If God wants to be the only king, his woman was the church. Woman, all these fake churches and all that stuff. Yeah, y'all be bringing bad accusations against Christ. You got Joker talking about Christ had sex with this person and all. Yo, where y'all get that from? Where y'all get that from? Where your receipts for that? You hire a team, you outsleep the team. You know, remember when people came to get Christ? Yo, the disciples, what they do? When he asked them to pray, yeah, these jokers fell asleep. So while they were sleeping, Christ was praying. He knew it was getting ready to come to him. So he was prepared. And the first thing Peter did was, yeah, as soon as the people come, boom, he go slice off poor air with a sword. He still had maturing to do. He still had growing. Christ was 33. When he talks about dying in the middle of the week, that is 3.5 years. 32. 3.5 years is 32. 32. 3.5 equals 3.5. Well, we know in the scripture that equals 7 a week equals a week. I don't know what happened with MO3. I know that he and King Von thought a week apart from each other. And just before they died, they told who was going to kill them. And now we find that Andy Stone told on UMG. I mean, how long is people supposed to just, like, we supposed to just continue to just be stupid and just never fight back? Just be like, yo, I don't believe that shit. Just say this right here. And motherfuckers ain't jumping on no motherfucking Titanic. Not me, anyway. Even if I had to stand by myself. And ain't no woman, not my daughters, not anything. I'm going to protect them and do everything that I can for them to keep them safe. And if a nigga put his hands on them, hey, you must want your hands. You like dealing with your hands? All right, let me show you how to deal with your hands. Never like bullies in courtroom, anything. So I'm gonna end this with the pictures that I took, so I can show you. Now, a young lady said that I was being paranoid. Me, moi, was being paranoid, and she needed to do what? Like some what? Get some herbs? No, you're not giving me shit. Oh, let me share my screen with you. Let me show you my screen. I know people hands and everything. So you think I don't know this one right here? So mm-mm. See that now right there? See that? That's too bad. So sad though, because I know people's last names. Adidas, Dare MO3 Sector LLC. Jealousy is a muff, but I had an Aunt Renee. I don't know if this Aunt Renee, but Aunt Renee was a cop and told me to trust this woman. And I put it in a trust to make sure that my kids had, and I stayed because I promised it to my baby girl. So some of the things that these men accuse of her, I couldn't think of. So I want to see some more. Yo, this should be funny to me because it be so easy. It's easy to just not trust or not accept defeat or just don't say I'm sorry. But I took I took I took all the pictures of everybody. I know where every room at, and I took a picture of everybody that piled out of the U-Haul. I ain't the one. I ain't letting nobody get out on me. These pictures that I get. That was the funniest one. I remember I showed this joint right here. Who is this? And 50 cents. And who is this? Who is that? This is power. This is 50 cents power. And who is this dude right here? Or, oh, just when like I said, I was going to let things go. And then I heard about Angie Stone. See, a nigga voice can't get me. See, I could bring the devil out of anybody. Just being kind, raising my voice every now and then. I don't got to hit on a woman. The woman that hit on me, try to kill me because I'm trying to leave. I ain't got time to play with no woman. No woman. If they trying to keep me from bettering my life. So, like I said, just before I came live, I went and seen who parked around. So I saw a white Nissan Sentra plate from New York, FRF 5313. I saw a U-Haul truck, AE 45597, with a Canada and a tag on there from the United States, and it had TM 207F. Then I saw the white Hyundai, and that had some type of tag in the window, a green tag. And then I seen Allentown Self Storage, 1428 East Livingston Street, Allentown, Pennsylvania, with tag number AM53262. In the back, a woman with some yellow Crocs on jumps out. They all have bags in their hand. Another woman with some black Crocs. She has a bag in her hand. They're getting out. Have a hatchback. Yeah, pictures of every body in it. It was a RAV4. And of course, MKE6486, that's the tag number. So I'm having black Nikes. And then there was a California Glendora Honda, gold Honda, 8, looks like it's a gold Honda, 8PKV86. Yeah. Shooting against someone named Texas AG 2010. We were shooting at turkeys. MGR Texas AG 2010. We were shooting at turkeys, and you were shooting with Vanguard bullets, and I was shooting. I sent out a picture of Kate May. I sent out a picture of what I was eating and who I was eating with, and then I sent out this picture. Oh, they uploaded now. Let me just share my screen with you. And then I'm out. These are all your pictures. You see that? That John say Cyberpunk 221. Y'all have a good night.